Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first podcast that I hope to be many more podcasts. Now, I kind of want to do a podcast talking about different patterns, which is a business that I have recently started up, and I want to talk just about the business and what I plan on selling, and in future podcasts, I kind of just want to talk about design and just come up with many different ideas of what I can do with this and what I potentially hope to do. Kind of just want to do kind of laid back podcast. I've done a podcast before on my phone by a new app called Anchor, but this is my first attempt to do something on YouTube as a podcast, and I think that I kind of I don't mind having the camera shown on me for like streaming and stuff, but I think as a podcast feels a little more like relaxed and kind of more chill, and so that's what I like about the nature of podcasts. So I have this hoodie up that you see, this cherry hoodie, and this is just like one of the products that I want to talk about that we have for sale. And just I want to come up with more ideas for this business, and I just want to talk to you all about it is, and I feel like it's incredibly hard to start a pod. Not it's not incredible. I mean, it's incredibly hard to start a business and to have a business be successful. I don't know. I don't know what that feels like yet. I'm trying right now, and I'm just kind of, this whole thing to me is kind of experimental. Trying different things. So like, if you haven't noticed, if you've been on my site, I kind of started with doing blogging, and then I felt like, I don't know, I felt like blogging wasn't necessarily my thing. I do like to talk more, so maybe this podcast might be something better for me. I started doing videos, but then I felt like didn't always want the camera to be on me, so that's why I feel like I kind of wanted to try this podcast thing a little bit more with my business. So, but yeah, I mean, I with the cherry hoodie that I have going, kind of, I want to do many different ideas. I want to focus on all over patterns for my business, and I want to come up with different ideas. I might do like, I have an idea of doing like some kind of, maybe do a keys, like get some key, draw a key and make that a all over print, or I could do like, whatever type of object that I could come up with, and then try to sell that for a product. But really, what I really am trying to do is not just have products, for sale. I wanna try to have more content put out there for this business. So that's why I'm starting this podcast, and I wanna see where it takes me. I wanna see if this is something that could help. If not, just to do it just for fun, anyways, because I enjoy, this whole Shopify thing is very new to me personally. I haven't done it for that long, and I hear stories all the time of how a Shopify business, fails within the first month. And I can see that being very possible, but the thing is, I keep trying new things, and this is definitely a new thing for me, and I really want to just kind of keep experimenting it with it. The way I do it is, okay, so I look at my store and I'll be like, what did I do wrong this time? What did I do wrong to not get any like eyes on it? Like, there's a way where you can where you can always, do the pay for advertisement, but that can only get you so far, I think, because it's like you don't want to be spending more money than you are making typically. So, for me, I feel like I've done a little bit of that, but I want to just try my best to keep pushing more content. And like with this podcast, I think that's something that I can feel like that could potentially help me with getting more content out there for the company, for this business. And I just want to talk about it more, because the more you talk about it, the more exposure it gets. Because like if you do the work right and you don't bother talking about it, then it's not going to go anywhere. But I feel like if you do keep talking about it, then someone's gonna hear it, right? Maybe someone might not hear the whole thing or whatever, but I think that the more you talk about it, the more you'll get out there. So that's what I am trying to do. Anyways, I feel like I'm kind of rambling on at this point, but yeah, I'm very excited actually about this podcast. About the Different Patterns podcast. I'm excited about this being the first one, and I want to see where it leads, and hopefully there'll be more to come. So I'm gonna try to get in another one today. If I can't, I'm gonna go ahead and start more next week, starting on Monday, and we'll see what happens there. So thank you so much for listening, and I hope you enjoyed this. I'm gonna continue talking about the company, and maybe talk about other artistic things. 'Cause I love graphic design. I love it, and graphic, and I haven't done web design so much lately. I think I've been very fixated on graphic design, which I love doing. And if you love doing something, I definitely encourage you to keep doing it, because there's gonna be a lot of times where you fail, but I think you should just keep doing it. If you love it, keep doing it, just for the sheer fact of that you enjoy it. Anyways, I'm gonna end it here. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you in the next podcast.